Last episode was uninspiring. We're coming off of 2 losses where we couldn't score any points in the second half of those games. But we've got to put those behind us immediately because we have 2 more Sun Belt Conference matchups here in this one. Starting with Arkansas State. They're led by third-year starter Jalen Rayner and a pair of really solid running backs. But the big star on this team is Corey Rucker, the 87 overall best wide receiver in the conference. He will likely be going to the league after this season is done. Now the Red Wolves, they're not like the other Sun Belt Conference teams. They're pretty good on the inside for the most part. The offensive line is decent, and the defensive line, dare I say, is really good for this conference. A few 80s all around the line, including an 82 overall Mike linebacker in Javonte Mackey, and you've got a team that is poised to stop the run, which, if you know anything about Frisco, it's not very good for them. I do think if there's anywhere we can beat them, though, it is in the pass game. They're not too fast. They're not too technical. I think that's a spot we're going to have to look to exploit in this one. Ladies and gentlemen, as usual, if you are enjoying the Frisco Railrider Dynasty, please drop a like, comment, subscribe, all of that fun YouTube BS. I'm planning on running through this first season so we can get to the real fun. Season 2, new recruits, all that fun stuff. Jalen Rayner last week, 329 yards and 4 touchdowns. I can only imagine how much of that went to Corey Rucker. First play of the day today is a handoff. That's Kenyon Clay going up the middle, and Clay breaks a tackle and picks up 12. Strong start here for Arkansas State as Rayner back to pass now. Looking for someone and takes it himself. Jalen Rayner going to pick up 13. Takes the hit, doesn't matter. And just like that, Arkansas State up to the 50-yard line. Rayner back to pass again. This one quickly over the middle. That's Tyler Thornberry. Nope, it's Fortenberry. It's not a TH. 2nd and 4. Rayner over the middle once again. This time it's knocked away from Javion Fricks. That'll bring up 3rd down. Handoff again. This time it's Jaquez Cross, and Cross fights forward and picks up 5. Strong running there by Jaquez Cross. And that gets another first down for Arkansas State. Here's a handoff for Kenyon Clay. He's got the outside. He picks up a first down and more. And Clay's got 2 carries, 27 yards as Arkansas State is making this look easy. Defense finally able to make a play there, and they'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to pass again, Rayner. He finds his man Fortenberry, and Fortenberry maneuvers his way through the defense for a first down. Up to the 13 now. Rayner pitches out. That's Kenyon Clay with room. Clay tries to spin out a defender. Only picks up 4. 2nd down and 6. Clay in motion. Rayner back to pass once again. And underneath, he's got his man. He's up to the 1-yard line, nearly in the end zone. 1st and goal from the 1. Handoff Kenyon Clay. Looking for the edge. He's got it. The Railriders did not show much resistance on that first drive. And just like that, it's 7-0. We get to see some more Miles Knight action, though, and of course, we are happy about that. Miles Knight is just, he's clearly the best player on this team. He might even be the best running back in the Sun Belt Conference. I know he's only an 81 overall, but he performs way above that. First play was a pass to Jeremy Walls for a first down. Second play here, a good run by Don Bridges. He's able to pick up 8, makes it 2nd and 2. Handoff now to Knight for the first time today, and he's hit, but dives forward for a first down. 1st and 10 from the 40. Frisco back to pass, and that's Gregory. And Gregory's been getting a lot more busy the last few games. He's getting like 1 or 2 catches a game, just like that, every single time. Here's a handoff for Knight once again. Knight finds room up the middle, and he picks up a big gain all the way up to the 35-yard line. Miles Knight. There's just a way that he finds the hole and bursts through it, unlike anyone else I've seen. 1st and 10 from the 35. Fake to Knight this time. Pass to the outside is nearly intercepted. Don Bridges was looking for Jeremy Walls again, and instead it's 2nd and 10. Here's a pass underneath for Knight, and Knight picks up a gain of 6. That'll make it 3rd down and a manageable pass to the outside for Jeremy Walls. He's going to make the catch but lose 3. As Frisco will take a field goal. 7-3 now. Arkansas State takes back over, and Kenyon Clay is doing whatever he wants with the football. 5 carries, 46 yards. That's over 9 yards a carry. Rayner back to pass again, looking deep up the right side. That one's knocked away. Hunter Summers had it in his hands for a moment. Here's a quick pass to the outside. That's the first time that we see Corey Rucker with the football. He picks up 8. Brings up 3rd and 2. Handoff again. This time Cross has room on the outside, and Jaquez Cross gets a Arkansas State first down. I was going to say their mascot, but I forgot their mascot. Here's Corey Rucker again, and Rucker picks up 7, and that takes us to the end of the first quarter. Second down, nope, 7-3. Wow, I'm killing the commentary to get, you know what, let's just get to the next play. 7-3 game, it's 2nd and 3. Here's another pass quickly to the outside. That's caught by number 0. He picks up 5. First down, Red Wolves. Handoff, Kenyon Clay once again. This time he's got nowhere to go. It's a mix of Olin, Fritz, and Damian Valentine. 2nd and 11, Rayner up the seam. He's off the mark for Summers. And that could have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 3rd and 11. Rayner looking deep again. This one's off the mark. Not sure he would have made that play anyways. It is 10-3 now, Red Wolves. Handoff goes to Miles Knight, and Knight tries to get to the outside, able to pick up 4. 2nd down and 6. Spencer Strickland into the game now, and Strickland with room up the middle. He's got a first down and more. He gets up to the 40. First down play, Knight back in again, and he tried to slip through the defense, only able to find room for 3. 2nd and 7, Bridges back to pass, looking over the middle, and that's a tough grab for Javion Hodges. He picks up 8 as the Frisco Railriders are at midfield. Here's a deep shot, Jeremy Walls, and he makes the catch! Jeremy Walls in the end zone. What a play by Frisco! It was a perfect ball thrown by Don Bridges and a beautiful contested catch by Jeremy Walls. We're going to take another look at this one here. One-on-one at the goal line. Jeremy Walls wins. And after the extra point, it's 10-10 here at Arkansas State. Here at Allison Field. Because I knew that was the name of the field. Definitely did. 2nd down and 4 after a good run by Kenyon Clay. Rayner back to pass underneath. He's got his man. That is Fortenberry. Picks up just enough for the first. Seeing a lot of quick underneath routes here for Arkansas State. And as I say that, they take a shot downfield. It's knocked away. 2nd and 10, Rayner. Quickly underneath. Fortenberry again. He's got to have 4 or 5 catches. Yep, there's 4 for 25 yards. Rayner looking for someone open again. He goes underneath. That's Corey Rucker. We haven't seen Rucker get downfield at all yet. 3 catches, but they've all been screens or just at the line of scrimmage. Hopefully that doesn't change. I don't want to see Corey Rucker 40 yards downfield. 2nd and 4, the Red Wolves across midfield again. Handoff to Jaquez Cross, and he's trying to find room. Not going to find any. Only gains a yard. 3rd and 3. Can Frisco get off the field? Nope. Here's Jalen Rayner with a first down. Breaks a tackle. He's up to the 37. The Red Wolves have had a very easy time on offense. As finally Frisco able to make a play. Only hold Cross to a yard. As here's a deep shot. Downfield. It's knocked away from Corey Rucker. I said I didn't want to see Corey Rucker 40 yards downfield. I think it's okay if he's in quadruple coverage, though, as there's a big hit by Percy Tate. That'll bring up 4th and 5. Here is the field goal try. It is good. And that'll make it 13-10 Red Wolves. Frisco taking back over. 2 minutes left here in the half. Bridges rolling to his left. He's got room to run. Don Bridges able to pick up a first down and more. 15 yards there. 1st and 10. Handoff goes to Knight. He's able to pick up 2, but there's not a lot of time left in the half here. Gonna have to get more chunk plays. 2nd and 8. Bridges underneath. That pass is caught. Jewel Vaughn makes the catch, and he goes down with an injury. Timeout there will stop the clock. 3rd and inches now. Bridges looking for someone open again, launching downfield. It's knocked away from Asher Hayes as that brings up 4th and inches. Offense stays on the field. Pass outside. That's caught by Javion Hodges. He's got room. A huge gain for Javion Hodges up to the 31-yard line. What a play by the Railriders as they're nearing the end zone. Here's a pass underneath caught by Asher Hayes. He picks up 13 more and gets out of bounds. 46 seconds remaining in the half. Bridges back to pass again over the middle. He's lucky that wasn't intercepted. Looking for Hayes once again. 2nd and 10 from the 19. Bridges back to pass. Rolling to his right, and he floats it right to the defense. There was no chance for that pass to be completed. Arkansas State will take over with about 30 seconds left. Here's a quick pass to the right side, caught by number 0. The only player that I didn't write down was number 0. Why? I don't know. So every time he catches the ball, that's who he's going to be, because I didn't write his name down. Hopefully no one's upset about that. I don't know. 23 seconds left here in the first half. Can the Red Wolves put up a score? Pass to the outside, caught by Corey Rucker. He makes a man miss. Rucker picks up maybe 15. He's got 5 catches. As here's a field goal try for Arkansas State. It is good. 16-10 will be your score as we head to halftime. Now, guys, I got to admit, on that interception, I didn't see the guy over the middle until I hit the button. So as I went to hit the button, I didn't hold it down because I was like, oh, I can float it over him. No, it didn't work. There's me breaking the 4th wall real quick. 16-10 is your score. Frisco versus Arkansas State. As usual, it's competitive in the first half, but the first half hasn't been the problem for the Railriders. They haven't been able to score points after the second quarter. Speaking of scoring points, we get another look at this beautiful throw and catch by Bridges to Jeremy Walls. What a beautiful play. Might be our best pass play of the entire year. Third quarter starts. Frisco with the football. First play of this half is a handoff to Miles Knight. I think he chose the wrong hole there and only picks up 3. 2nd down and 7. Knight with another carry and, well, nowhere to go. 3rd and 7. We'll see what the Railriders come up with on 3rd down. Bridges back to pass, looking to the outside, and sails it for Hodges. That'll bring up 4th down, and the Red Wolves take back over. As Rayner hands off to Clay here, and Clay able to pick up a gain of 8. We'll make it 2nd and 2. Rayner back to pass again. Underneath, he's got Fortenberry. He's going to have all of the catches today. And by all of the catches, I mean, what's that, got to be 8 or 9 already? Something like that. Clay takes another handoff up the middle. He'll pick up 6 more. 10 carries, 71 yards for Clay. He is running efficiently in this one. Speaking of Fortenberry and all of his catches, there's another one. We got an update on him. He's got 6 for 44 yards. Quick pass to the outside. Now that one is caught by Hunter Summers. Only a gain of 2. 2nd down and 8. Rayner underneath. Pass is caught. A couple broken tackles by number 0. He's up to the 16. It's Nana Burris. There we go. I learned his name. Fake handoff. Rayner keeps it himself. Picks up 2, and that's 2nd down and 8. Rayner fake handoff to Clay now. Looking for room to run. There isn't any. Rayner's taken down by a combination. I believe that was Percy Tate and Kerry Garland. It's 3rd down and 10. And Garland falls in front of Rayner, and he's taken down. That's Percy Tate. And Kerry Garland doesn't even necessarily win on this rep. He just falls in front of Rayner, and it kind of makes him drift into Kerry Garland. Nope, it makes him drift into Percy Tate. That'll force a field goal try. And Arkansas State will make it 19-10. I think all things considered with the way that drive was looking, you'll take a field goal. 19-10 is your score. Bridges back to pass now. He's got the ball once again. That one is caught underneath by Gregory. He's got 2 catches in this game. 2nd down and 1. Spencer Strickland in the game. As this pass is going to go to the outside, and it's sailed once again. Bridges just a little bit off the mark to start this second half. Here's a handoff for Miles Knight now, and Knight gonna fight forward for a 1st down and more as the Railriders are nearing midfield once again. Handoff to Knight, trying to find a bit more room, only gets 2. 2nd and 8. Bridges hands off Strickland this time, and Strickland finds some space. Makes it 3rd and short. What are the Railriders going to come up with? Here's a handoff to Knight, and Knight fights through some defenders, and they say he's got the first down. We'll take another look at this one. He should have lost a yard, maybe 2, and instead he picks up 4. Fake to Knight now. Bridges keeping it on his own. Don Bridges with a first down and more. I think this is the most effective our QB run game has been all season, as Bridges nearly gets sacked, just barely able to get rid of it. 2nd and 10, trying to run the option, and I think Bridges was just accepting defeat there. They weren't going to get anywhere. 3rd and 12, Bridges back to pass again, under pressure. Nowhere to go with it. The Railriders will settle for a field goal themselves. When's the last time I showed you guys this many field goals? The answer, I haven't. I almost never show field goals, but for some reason today's the day I am. Here's a pass to the outside caught by Tyler Fortenberry. That's his biggest play of the game. And just like that, the Red Wolves are up near midfield. Handoff now goes to Jaquez Cross, and he runs into his own man. Could have had a big gain there. Instead, gets nothing. Score is 19-13 as we take a look at the top 25 rankings. Don't see anything too weird, so they don't see Ohio State anywhere. That's a little weird. Red Wolves with the football at midfield. Handoff to Cross once again. This time taken down in the backfield. That's Damian Valentine. 3rd down and 12. Rayner back to pass. Has all day. Floating deep downfield for Rucker, and it's knocked away. Corey Rucker finally got a big chance deep downfield. Unable to come away with it. Here's another throw for Gregory, and, well, this time it's just not a good pass. 2nd and 10 now. Handoff goes to Knight, and Knight able to pick up 7. Makes it 3rd and short. Really need a first down here if you're Frisco. 3rd down and 3. Pass goes outside for Strickland, and Strickland able to pick up 2. And it looks like Frisco staying on the field. 4th down and 1. Handoff goes to Knight, and Knight just barely able to fight forward. I don't know if I agree with that play call from Nicky Price, but it worked out. Bridges back to pass now underneath. He's got Asher Hayes, and Hayes got room on the outside. Asher Hayes, huge gain all the way up to the 38. Frisco crosses midfield. 8 minutes remaining in this game. Bridges over the middle. That's caught by Javion Hodges. And that's another first down. Red zone Railriders. Handoff now to Knight. And Miles Knight makes a defender miss. He's up to the 2. Frisco knocking on the door of potentially taking the lead. What a run by Knight. 1st and goal from the 2. Bridges looking for a man open. And he had Stan Fletcher. Couldn't hang on to it though. 2nd and goal. Handoff Knight. Goes nowhere. Maybe loses a yard. And on 3rd down, it's another handoff for Knight. And Knight finds some room. He sneaks behind his own line and gets a touchdown. Frisco gonna take the lead in this one with 6 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. It's a nice little piece of running here by Miles Knight. Not really a ton of room, but able to sneak through where he could. 20-19 is your score as Arkansas State takes back over. Rayner keeping himself on 1st down, doesn't go anywhere. Picks up maybe 2. 6 minutes left. Rayner pass outside that is caught by Nana Burris. Only picks up 2 more. 3rd and 6. Can Frisco get off the field? Rayner keeping himself, and he's going to pick up the first down and more. Up to the 42-yard line. Here's a quick pass to the outside. That's caught by Corey Rucker once again, and Rucker breaks a tackle and picks up 11. Even though he has, 7 or 8 catches, I'm still happy with, what we've been able to do against Corey Rucker today. I mean, they've all been short screens that plays like this. This is what Corey Rucker has done. I mean, are they positive plays every time? Yes, but nothing huge like I thought we might give up against him. 1st and 10 play. Here's a pass out to Fortenberry. He picks up 6. That'll make it 2nd and 4. Rayner, handoff to Cross. Cross breaks a tackle, picks up 2. That'll make it 3rd down. Timeout called by the Railriders. Here's a handoff now, and nowhere to go for Kenyon Clay. That's going to bring up 4th down in the field goal unit for the Red Wolves. And this kick is good. But there's a flag on the play. That's going to be on Damian Valentine. Personal foul, roughing the kicker. And there's no doubt about this one. He went right into him. 1st and 10 now from the 13. Rayner keeping himself, looking for space, and he's going to get 3 before being taken down. 2nd down and 7 over the middle now, caught by Thornberry. It's a gain of 5 more. Timeout, Railriders. They want to make him run another play before the 2-minute warning. Rayner keeping himself, flipping back for Clay, and there's nowhere to go. Failed speed option, and with 2 minutes left, the Red Wolves are going to kick another field goal. This time it's good, and there's no penalty. Your score is 22-20. The minute 57 remaining in the game. 2-minute drill like no other here for your Railriders. Here's a deep shot on 1st down. It's knocked away. That'll make it 2nd down and 10. Bridges setting up a screen now for Knight. Knight has blockers in front of him. Miles Knight finds a lane. He's past midfield. Miles Knight up to the 35-yard line. Huge play, Frisco. Unbelievable. The screen was set up beautifully. 40-yard gain, and we're going to see some beautiful blocks out here. I mean, 55 just demolished the defensive back there, and Miles Knight did the rest. From the 35, Bridges back to pass, rolling to his right, doesn't like what he sees, keeps himself for a gain of 4. And that'll make it 2nd down and 6. Bridges back to pass again over the middle, and overthrowing Stan Fletcher. That could have been a huge gain. Bridges back to pass one more time. Here's a pass to the left side. It's caught by Asher Hayes. And it looks like Frisco's going to take the field goal here. That is up and good. 23-22. Frisco has a lead, and there's only 52 seconds remaining in this one. Can the defense get a stop? Up by 1, 46 seconds remaining now. First play pass underneath for Thornberry. His 10th catch, gains 3. 2nd and 7, Rayner back to pass. Nope, Rayner handed off. I don't know why they're handing off with 40 seconds remaining, but it's 3rd and 7 already. Rayner throwing deep down the field. That ball is knocked away. 4th down and 7. A chance to win the game. Rayner looking deep over the middle. It's caught. Hunter Summers with a tough grab to keep this game alive. As here's a quick one to the outside. It's caught by Corey Rucker. Maybe picks up 2. 23 seconds remaining and a spike by Rayner. 3rd down and 8. Rayner back to pass again. Looking up the left side. Nearly picked off by Malcolm Burnett, but that'll make it 4th down. Game on the line right here. Rayner back to pass. Looking for somebody open. And he launches over the middle. It's knocked away. Marcus Reed makes a beautiful play on Nana Burris. And Frisco is going to win their 2nd game of the year. What a game! Your Railriders were able to score 13 points in the second half of this one, and they needed every single one of them. Miles Knight, 15 carries, 82 yards. It was another great day for him. But man, oh man, what a game for your Railriders. 2nd win in school history, and this is against one of the better teams in the conference. And now that I think about it, they were undefeated in conference play. What a win. Good game for Don Bridges. 15 of 27, 228 yards. Miles Knight was great, 82 yards. That's averaging 5.5 per carry with a touchdown. Passing game, a bunch of different guys were able to get involved in this one. We had 3 guys over 40 yards on the day. A huge amount of tackles for loss once again, as to be expected. And our championship contender has gone up to a D-. Quick update on recruiting. There really isn't much of an update to be had. We're still in a really good spot for a number of these 3-star recruits. I still don't know how good any of them are. But look, I'm loving how this class could turn out to be. But we've got another game on our hands here as it's time to take on Southern Mississippi. And they are led by 90 overall Josh Moten, the best corner in the conference, and an 84 overall Braylon Braxton at the QB position. We're not going to see Moten right away, though. It's going to be Southern Mississippi with the ball first in this one, as this ball is kicked deep to Tyshawn Chapman, who will not take it out of the end zone. And here comes Braylon Braxton. If I'm right, I think Braxton's a junior, so we might have to see him for 2 seasons. I could be completely lying, though, so let me stop talking. Braxton's first play is a quick pass out to Chapman. Chapman breaks a tackle. He's already across midfield. Tyshawn Chapman breaks another tackle all the way up to the 23-yard line. It's 52 yards on the first play of the day. Here's a handoff now. That's number 15. That is... I didn't write down his name. What am I doing today, man? I'm just not writing down anyone's name. As he takes another carry, and this is a gain all the way up to the 6-yard line. That is Matt Jones. There we go, guys. Don't worry. I'm killing it today, huh? There's another quick play up to the 2-yard line. 2nd down and goal. Handoff goes to Jones once again. He's in there easily. And just like that, Southern Miss makes it 7-0. It's going to be an easy drive when you score 52 yards on play 1. Here is the matchup that no one is looking forward to. We got Don Bridges going up against Josh Moten. Now, Moten doesn't really have eye-popping stats. There's not a ton of interceptions. There's not a ton of pass breakups. But I can only assume that's attributed to quarterbacks not wanting to throw his way. As Bridges back to pass on 2nd down. That one is knocked away from Javion Hodges. It's quickly 3rd down and 10. Bridges back to pass one more time, looking for somebody open. That one's caught by Asher Hayes. He's got a 1st down and more. Hayes able to pick up 16. 1st down for your Railriders. Handoff now for Miles Knight, and that's a beautiful run by Knight. We're going to take another look at it. Look at how Knight stops, finds space, and bursts through the hole, picks up a 1st down. Now in motion is Javion Hodges. Bridges handing off to Strickland, who goes right up the middle with it, picks up 4 more. 2nd down and 6. Bridges running the speed option with Knight. Knight nowhere to go. He loses 3. 3rd and 9 for the Railriders. Bridges back to pass again, trying to set up a screen, and that was a failed screen. I don't know what else to say. Southern Mississippi takes back over, up 7-0. Braxton looking for space, and he finds it. Sneaks through that offensive line and picks up 6. 2nd down and 4. Here's a handoff to Jones once again. He goes right up the middle with it. Matt Jones having a really easy time running so far in this one. We jump to 3rd and 8. Here's a pass deep up the left side. It is caught. Tyshawn Chapman once again. 25 more yards. As here's another throw to Chapman, and Chapman's all the way up to the 6-yard line. Tyshawn Chapman. Sounds like I really like him. I don't know why I said that. Southern Mississippi up to the 1-yard line. Here's a handoff for number 14. That is Robert Briggs, and he gets up to the 1-yard line. 3rd down and goal. Fake handoff. Braxton keeping himself. Not gonna get there. It's 4th and goal from the 2. Field goal is up, and it's wide right. Shout out to Buffalo Bills fans. Just kidding. I hope that line hurt you. 1st and 10. Bridges back to pass now, looking for somebody open, and he's running around in the backfield and eventually throws it away. And after all that, they lose 10 yards anyways. It's a hold against Franklin, the left tackle. That'll make it 1st and 20, and after a quick gain of 9, here's a pass to the outside that is caught by Miles Knight. He makes the man miss. He's up to the 34. 1st down, Railriders. Gonna give to Knight one more time, and Knight this time picks up a quick gain of 7. I'll make it 2nd and 3. Railriders getting some momentum on this drive. Bridges back to pass again, looking deep downfield. That's caught by Javion Hodges. We're trying to give our receivers more chances in one-on-one opportunities, and they keep giving us reasons to do it over and over again. Bridges now hands off to Miles Knight, and he's got room on the outside. Gain of 11, 1st down Frisco. Up to the 21-yard line. Fake handoff Strickland. Bridges keeping himself. Don Bridges has room. He's in the end zone. That burst of speed came out of nowhere. I don't think anyone expected Don Bridges to score here, but he just showed off the wheels on that one. As this kick is up, and this game's tied at 7 as we've reached the end of the first quarter. A ton of action in that first quarter. I think that's a light way to put it. There was a number of big plays on both sides. Southern Miss and Frisco here to put on a show in this one. 2nd and 10 after the failed run. Handoff goes to 27 up the middle. He's got a gain of 11. First down, Southern Miss. 1st and 10. Braxton has all day to throw. Time running out, and he's chased down. That's Deshaun Yates. Loss of 7 on the sack. Makes it 2nd and 17. Braxton back to pass again. Quickly looking to the outside. It's off the mark. That'll bring up 3rd and 17. Braxton all day, launching deep downfield, and that ball is knocked away. Noah Wade in coverage. 4th and 17. Frisco takes back over. Looking to run the speed option one more time. Here's the flip to Miles Knight. It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 5 now. Knight takes another handoff and doesn't go very far, but I think maybe Nicky Price is treating this like 4-down territory. 4th and 4. Pass over the middle is knocked away from Javion Hodges. I think sometimes Nicky Price is just a little too aggressive with his play calling as that ball is picked off. Tyree King with the interception, and he just dropped back beautifully into his zone. I don't know if Braxton ever saw him. He threw it right at Tyree King, and he made the most of it as he puts the sword away on this one. 1st and 10 right at midfield. Frisco takes back over. Handoff goes to Miles Knight. He's able to pick up 5. 2nd down and 5 now. Bridges back to pass. Looking for somebody open. Doesn't really have anyone. Rolling way to his right. Finally throws it away. Brings us to 3rd down. Bridges back to pass one more time. Here's a screen set up for Knight. Outrunning a defender, and Miles Knight picks up 8 more yards. Up to the 38-yard line now. Knight. Nope, that's not his name. Bridges back to pass again. He finds Hodges. It's a gain of 9. 2nd down and 1. Handoff Miles Knight again. He's got nowhere to go. Miles Knight hasn't had the hottest start running the football as it's 3rd down and 2. Quick pass to the outside caught by Vaughn. 1st down and more. Josh Moen was in on the tackle there. 1st and 10. We've got Hodges in motion here. And it's going to be a quick pass out to Hodges. He's got room on the screen. Javion Hodges picks up 10. They say he's just short of a 1st down. 2nd and inches. Fake handoff. Bridges under pressure. Able to flip it to the outside. Wells with the catch. And a 1st down. What a play by Don Bridges. 1st and goal. Running the option again. And nowhere to go for Miles Knight. He might have gotten a yard. 2nd and goal. Bridges looking for somebody open. And that ball is sailed out the back of the end zone. But they're going to say there's a flag. They're going to call that defensive pass interference. I'm not sure how you make that call. That ball was uncatchable. 1st and goal from the 1 now. Pass goes out to Jeremy Walls as they try to get him on the same play they did for Hodges. He goes nowhere. 2nd and goal from the 2. Fake handoff Strickland. Bridges keeps it himself in the end zone for the 2nd time. That's Don Bridges. I don't think he had a single rushing touchdown before this game, and suddenly he's got 2 of them here. 14-7, your Railriders have a lead. Here's a pass to the outside that is caught by Matt Jones, and he's got nowhere to go. It's a gain of nothing. 2nd and 10. Here's a quick pass to the outside, caught. I say quick pass to the outside twice in a row. Gosh, I'm so good at mixing up my commentary. 3rd and 6. Fake handoff Jones. Pass caught. That is once again Tyshawn Chapman. 1st down. He's got 105 yards here in the 1st half. Jones now finding room to the outside. He makes a man miss. Matt Jones picks up 12. as Southern Miss is beginning to run the 2-minute drill. Here's another quick pass. That one is caught again. Is that Chapman again? It probably is. 2 minutes remaining here in this first half as Braxton rolling to his left. He got room. He got room. Yup. I'm killing it today. 1 minute 30 seconds remaining. Braxton fake handoff pass over the middle, and it's caught. Tyjon Chapman can't be stopped. 122 yards in the first half as Southern Miss is in the red zone. Handoff to Matt Jones. Picks up 4 more. They're up to the 16-yard line. Timeout for the Golden Eagles. There's 47 seconds remaining. That ball's caught once again all the way up to the 2-yard line, and there's another timeout, Southern Miss. Braxton back to pass one more time. This ball's picked off by Damian Valentine. What a play! Damian Valentine once again playing their zones beautifully is Frisco, and Valentine makes the diving grab here and gives the ball back to his offense. 42 seconds remaining in the half. What can Frisco do with it? Bridges launches deep downfield, and he gives it right back. I mean, I guess it was just a punt on first down. I don't know. Braxton takes back over with his Golden Eagles at the 45. First play of this drive is a risky pass. Luckily, it wasn't intercepted. Here's a screen now set up. That's Matt Jones on the outside. He's able to pick up 7 as Southern Miss calls a timeout with 8 seconds remaining and attempts another field goal, and this one's off the post. 2 missed field goals for Southern Miss, and we go into the half with a score of 14-7 Railriders. Once again, guys, we can't get too excited here for these first halves. It is the second half that has been the problem for us. Let's get right into it. Second half begins with a fake handoff to Miles Knight, and Bridges keeping it himself to the outside, picks up 4 yards. Second down and 6. This time it is a handoff to Knight. Trying to get the edge, not going to get there, loses a yard. That'll make it 3rd and 7. Bridges back to pass again, looking to the outside. That ball is caught by Javion Hodges again. Beautiful route, beautiful ball, beautiful catch. As the Railriders pass game is working better than it ever has before. But you know what's not working better than it ever has before? At run game. There's a gain of 1 there. Make it 2nd and 9. Fake to Knight now, and he's got nowhere to go. He being Bridges. Bridges being sacked by 6. 3rd and 15. Pass for Asher Hayes is just overthrown. Hayes definitely had a step, but instead Southern Miss will take back over as Matt Jones makes a man miss on first down. He picks up a gain of 12. As Southern Miss is up to the 40. 2nd and 10 now. Here's another handoff for Jones and another broken tackle as he picks up 5 more, and Jason Graham down with an injury. That would be a huge loss for Frisco. As here's another handoff and nowhere to go. Jason Graham saying he has bruised ribs. Not sure how much more we'll see of him in this game. Frisco taking back over, and they say Miles Knight fumbled. I couldn't see what was going on there in the scrum, but they're saying Miles Knight lost the football. But Nicky Price threw the challenge flag immediately as he thinks Knight was down. Neither of these angles are too definitive, though. I don't see how they can possibly overturn this call. But Frisco has the football, and Bridges is back to pass on 2nd and 9. Right back to Miles Knight. He's got the first down. Miles Knight up to the 30. How do you show your boy okay, yep, good call me. How do you show your man that you still trust him? You give the ball right back to him. 3rd down and 3. Bridges back to pass again, trying to set up a screen, and that one is sniffed out by the defense. Once again, Frisco has to punt, but this ball gets past the return man, and it goes all the way to the 5-yard line, and that's where it's downed. As Southern Miss is going to have to go to the length of the field if they want to tie this game. First down play, incomplete. Second down play, also incomplete. Good coverage by the Railriders. Third down and 10. Braxton rolling to his right. He's got a bit of room. Doesn't quite get the first down, and that'll make it 4th and 1. And on 4th down, Knight catches this above midfield, and Miles Knight able to pick up about 15 up to the 36-yard line. Short field for the Railriders. Handoff Knight once again. And that's the most space he's had in a while. It's still only a gain of 3. Third down and 7 now. Here's a pass over the middle. Caught by Hodges. Javion Hodges, have a day. Best day of his career so far. 5 catches, 79 yards. And here's another shot to the end zone. Knocked away from Jeremy Walls. 2nd and 10. Fake handoff. And there's nowhere for Don Bridges to go. He loses 3. It's 3rd and 13. Pass underneath is caught by Jeremy Walls. Can he get the first down? Yes, he can. 15 yards, Jeremy Walls. As here's another handoff for Miles Knight, and they're just all over him here in this second half. 3rd and goal from the 11. Bridges looking for somebody open. Rolling to his right. Bridges throwing end zone. Caught by Jeremy Walls. He had the 2 defenders behind him boxed out. It was a good ball by Don Bridges. And Frisco's going to take a 2-score lead here in the second half. Let's take another look at this one. Bridges threw this ball at the last possible second. And Jeremy Walls, like I said, box out the defense, make the catch, and go up by 14 points. 21-7 is your score as Braxton takes back over. Another handoff goes to Jones, and he's shifty, he's elusive, he breaks tackles. I don't really know any other ways you can describe Matt Jones. There's a failed pass on 3rd and 5, and Frisco's going to take over once again, this time up by 2 scores. As that run goes for a loss of 3, and we've got one more play here at the end of the 3rd quarter. It's a quick gain of maybe 2 for Walls. As we are entering crunch time here in this one, up 21-7. We take another look at the polls. Still don't think there's anything weird. There's Ohio State ranked 24. Okay, they're back. 3rd down and 11 as we take back over. Bridges back to pass, looking deep downfield, and that ball is caught. There's no way. Asher Hayes up to the 21-yard line. I can't believe he made that catch. Here's another handoff for Knight. Knight looking for somewhere to go, and there's nowhere to go. He picks up just 1. There's a quick pass to the outside. Now Jeremy Walls makes the grab. Nowhere for Jeremy Walls to go. 3rd and 9. Bridges looking for somebody open, and he eventually throws it away. Frisco gonna line up for yet another field goal. Can they take a 3-score lead in the 4th quarter? Yes, they can. 24-7 Railriders. I've never seen us in such control of a game before. Then again, there hasn't been too many games to be in control of. As there's a fumble. It's scooped up by Damian Valentine. He's gonna go all the way. I don't know, man. I think he was down, though. We're going to get another look at it. Yeah, he was definitely down. I mean, great play by Valentine to scoop it up and bring it into the end zone. But I think he was... No, wait. The field goal unit is out there for Frisco. They kick it up. And they say he wasn't down? They say that's actually a fumble? 31-7, Braxton back to pass, and this one's picked off. That's Tyreek King. King breaks a tackle. He's looking for the sideline. Tyreek King has room to the 10. It's another touchdown for Frisco. Back-to-back defensive touchdowns. Can you believe it? 38-7 is your score. We're going to get another look at this one. I have to cough so bad. This is insane. What a game. Tyreek King, his 2nd interception, breaks the tackle. A couple bad routes by some defenders, or I guess some people on offense there by Missouri State. And Tyreek King showed off the burners. all the way for 6. 38-7. Can you believe it? Here in Frisco, we're looking to get our first win at home here in school history. It's looking like we're absolutely gonna get it. Southern Miss still fighting a little bit, still trying to show some heart as they are moving down the field rather quickly here. Here's another deep shot. Noah Wade able to break it up. 6 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Braxton over the middle. That ball is caught for a first down and more. As wow, what a mean voice crack. That's how you guys know I've been hollering over here. Jesus. Touchdown Golden Eagles. But that's all they were gonna get. So we're gonna watch one more play here. It's a handoff to Miles Knight. A little carry here just to make his numbers look a little bit better, and man, they're gonna make him look a lot better. 26 yards for Miles Knight. And that's gonna do it here in Frisco. 2 wins in this episode for your Railriders as we scored 24 points in the second half. Tyree King had 2 interceptions, one of them for a touchdown. Damian Valentine scooped up a fumble, brought that in for a touchdown. The offense scored 24 points in the second half to lead this team to victory. Don Bridges was good in this one. 19 of 31, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Miles Knight, not his best day, under 4 yards a carry, but Don Bridges, he ran the rock like a champ. 2 touchdowns for him in this one. We saw our best game by Javion Hodges, 79 yards, and Tyree King also had 5 tackles for loss in this one. 2 interceptions, and we can't forget those defensive touchdowns. Our championship contender rating has gone all the way up to a D, and it has me wondering if we could win a couple more games, just maybe like 2 more games, is it possible that we could hold on to Miles Knight and keep him around for another season? Guys, if you enjoy this content, drop a like, comment, subscribe. You already know the deal. This has been Kin. Peace out.